Today I'm going to talk about how to make your own scales. I'm pretty sure every scale has been discovered already, but you might find yourself in a situation where you're messing around at the keyboard by yourself and you stumble upon a cool scale and you're not going to know what it's called. That doesn't really matter. All that matters is that you know what you're doing, you know what it sounds like, and you're making music. So today, a friend of mine messaged me and he said he stumbled upon this cool scale. And the way he described it, don't worry if you don't know what this means, but the way he described it was Lydian with a flat 3 and a flat 7th. Okay? So if you don't know what that means, I'll explain it right now. If you look at this color-coded list, you'll see at the top we have a scale that's called Lydian. Now Lydian is just like, it's very close to Ionian major scale, but it has a raised 4th scale degree. So what a Lydian flat 3 flat 7 would look like is if we were starting on C, it would be C, which is 1, D, which is 2. Normally we'd have E, but since that's a flat 3, right, we flat it. And since it's Lydian, we sharp that 4th scale degree. 5 is regular. Oh, so the 5th is normal. The 6th is normal, but there's a flat 7, right? And then we're back to the top note. So he described it as Lydian flat 3, flat 7. But what I asked myself was, is there a better, easier way to think of this? Where instead of Lydian with 2 alternated notes, maybe there's an easier way to think about this. So I went and I looked at this list, and I think I knew there was a scale that had a flat 3rd and a flat 7 already, and that's Dorian. Okay, so I'm just going to copy this and paste that down here. Okay, so this is the closest one, in my opinion. Okay, the only thing that we would have to do is raise that 4th. So instead of Lydian flat 3 flat 7, I decided to call it Dorian sharp 4. Now, okay, cool. These names really don't matter at all. You could call this whatever you want. You know, you could call it the cow scale. I don't know. You could call it whatever you want. The names really don't matter. They're just there for reference. So I'm going to just refer to it as a Dorian scale with just a raised 4th scale degree. All right. Whatever. What does it sound like? You know, that's really what matters is what it sounds like. So this is what it sounds like. Okay, so that's me just playing around the scale. So that's really all you need to know. I mean, you find the scale and you just mess around with it until you get ideas and you make music. I'm going to go a step further. And if you don't need to hear more about this, you could just end the video right here. But I'm going to keep going and talk about a little bit about modes, okay? So a mode, to say it as simply as I can, is just taking a scale like this, okay? Taking a scale like this and starting on a different note, right? So instead of starting on C, I'm going to start on G, okay? And that's going to be the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, fifth mode of the scale. So I'm just going to write out the same notes, but just starting on G, G, A, B flat, C, D, E flat, F sharp, G. Okay, so if we look at this scale, let's look at what notes we have that are altered, okay? So the 1 is regular, the 2 is regular, natural, the 3rd is flat. Stop doing that. Okay, we're just going to use F because it keeps. So we have a flat 3rd, a flat 6, and okay. We have a flat 3rd, a flat 6, and a natural 7th. Or we could call that a sharp 7. I'll just call it a regular 7. So what scale does this look most like? I don't think it looks like any of them, to be honest. And the name of this scale is confusing, but we're just going to call this we're going to call this minor sharp 7, okay? Because, and the reason I'm calling it that is because the closest to it is this Aeolian scale, the minor scale. Aeolian and minor mean the same thing if you're just talking about natural minor. So it has the flat 3rd and it has the flat 6. Aeolian has a flat 7, but that's why we're calling it minor sharp 7. It's, in fact, just to save confusion, I'm going to call this Aeolian sharp 7. Okay, we'll get rid of that. So now we've named it. The name doesn't really matter. All that matters is the sound. Let's play it. Well, I wasted a lot of time. I did it on purpose, right? This is really what we're going to call it, is a harmonic minor scale. And that's the proper name for this. So this is a harmonic minor scale. So, if I were to talk to my friend, I would say, you know, all you did was play the 1, 2, 3, fourth mode of the harmonic minor scale. That's all you did, right? So, not to burst your bubble, but usually when you discover a scale, it's probably closer to home than you think, right? So, that's the cool thing about modes, is that you can make connections. Let's go one step further with modes, and let's play with the second mode of his scale. Okay? The second mode of his scale would be starting on the 1, 2 of the scale. So that's going to be C, or D, E flat, F sharp, G, A, B flat, C, D. Which scale does that look most like? Let's go through. We have a flat 2. We have flat 2. We have a sharp 3. We have a flat 6. So which one of these has a flat 2 and a flat 6? Phrygian. Oh, and we're dealing with a flat 7, okay? So, which scale has a flat 2, a flat 6, and a flat 7? Phrygian. So we're going to call this some kind of Phrygian scale. And actually, there's a proper name for this scale, and we call it the Phrygian dominant scale. So we can say that the second mode of this Dorian sharp 4 scale is the Phrygian dominant. We could also say that the fifth mode of the harmonic minor scale is a Phrygian dominant scale. One more thing about this, I'm just going to play it real quick, and then I'll explain the beauty of this scale. So, there's a strong push up to G. You have a half step here followed by a whole plus a half step here. And what that does, it puts a lot of weight on this G. It puts a lot of weight to resolve to that G. I'm going to play it from G to G, and you'll feel when I get to the F sharp, you're going to feel this push to the end note. Okay? So, when you discover your scales, what I suggest doing is going through the different modes. And all that means is just start on different notes and keep all the notes the same. And see what you come up with. And that's pretty much it. So if you have any questions, let me know. I do lessons. I do videos, custom videos, lessons. Message me for availability and rates. And I will see you next time.